And we're live! We're live!
Hello.
Hello, hello, internet world. Hi, welcome to another edition of Browsing. We've got our wonderful guest, Derek Smith, or we should just refer to her in her incognito mode of Mr. Sasquatch.
For searchability purposes.
You know, because it's hard out there getting jobs, and
For
we
a
do live in
babysitter.
a
For a mailmanny.
Yeah, and then we do live in a very blurred world of like personal and professional.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, our personal lives are not like separate and constantly, impede on our professional goals.
Yes.
Even though necessarily don't, affect each other at all. And it's unfair.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
compartmentalization sort of thing.
yeah, like the total like thing of like companies checking your Facebook is like I've always had my rule like if you check my Facebook and you don't want to hire me then like I shouldn't work for you because you should be checking my Facebook. Like
Well, especially when you're queer and or you know what I mean? Like and you have people that don't understand what the way that you express your gender or the way you know what I mean? Like there's so much
yeah,
ignorant
I feel like you get more. I
homophobia.
mean, obviously you don't know ahead of time, but you obviously like I feel like you get yourself in hot water too as a company because like that's kind of discrimination if you find out certain things about someone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But we should do further introduction.
Mm.
Derek Smith is a performer, actor, singer.
Yeah.
Was
I don't
recently
know.
in Wolfert. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, Wilford.
Wolfert at Dixon Place, which is this past weekend.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I missed it because I was pulling 4,000 feet of cable.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but I heard it was wonderful. It sounded wonderful.
I really loved it. I really, really liked it.
You
Uh,
had a great like Budapest hotel look, like
yeah,
Wes
yeah,
Anderson
yeah.
look
The
going
aesthetic
on.
is super Wes Anderson, the whole thing is like it's expressing a kind of like very vintage 1960s California vibe, which is like one of my favorite things, in general,
Hmm.
being from California. And
California
I
baby,
really loved it.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Um, as tradition here, we sometimes like to ask our guests a marry, fuck, kill of
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
God, I actually saw this one. I forget who you asked, but I remember. I okay. I would. I think that I would, and I think this is probably unpopular, but I think that I would kill Facebook,
Okay.
um, because I spend too much time on it, and there's a lot of stuff that I hate on it, um, and it's just there's a lot of negative energy that I have towards it right now, um, and I think that I would fuck Twitter.
Hmm.
Because it seems like the kind of like social media thing that's like a quickie, like it's like down for hookups,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You could like meet it and then just like get to it, and you don't have to do any of like the the like my aunt Shannon would say the courting, you just like go for it,
Yeah, definitely.
and then I would marry Instagram.
Hmm.
Instagram is like the essentials of sharing, and you're not forced to like look at anyone's thing and just scroll through real quick. I still have an iPhone 4, so like the amount that it stays on my phone is much shorter, you know,
Ah, okay.
so it just seems more like just the amount of information that I need to know about someone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like also like Instagram is kind of like with a good relationship, you just share like the good moments, at least publicly, a lot of the time,
Yeah.
which is kind of what Instagram is. It's mostly like the good
Mhm.
moments.
Although now that you say that, I will say that I don't know if I could like cite where I read this.
Uh-huh.
Um, thus the purpose of the show. But I did see something on the internet about someone documenting their suicide via Instagram.
I think I remember. Was it like an Asian girl?
I think so.
I
There
remember the story
were
you're talking about.
multiple
My friend
steps
shared
to
that
it.
with me.
Yeah, there was like multiple steps to it.
Actually, we discussed it on a previous episode of Browsing.
Maybe that is how I saw it.
Oh, wonderful.
Because I did a lot of like clicking through as research and like you know how would you call that skimming.
Skimming, yes.
What?
TLDRing. Too long, didn't watch, didn't read.
Now I'm a dog with a Seuss hat.
Ooh. I wonder how they get away with that, like IP wise. Because little known fact to the viewers out there, last episode Miguel Gutierrez had a full play of a song, and now days later we were caught by Google's content tagging, and so like the first 20 minutes of that episode is now like not allowed to be viewed in certain countries.
Wait, why? Because he played a song?
Yeah, he played like a full like song by I can't remember the artist right now.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's why you should always tune in live to Browsing, because
Because you never know what's going to be taken off later.
yeah, that's why, internet preservation does not always happen.
Yeah. Oh, this is very Cheshire Cat Mad Hatter.
Oh, very Chris Tyler.
Yes.
I also really love this crown at the bottom there because it kind of looks like an actual like little character.
Yeah, and I also was thinking about possibly making it sort of a just like an additional decoration, like if I did this.
Ooh.
Oh wait. Oh, I kind of did it imperfectly, but that's okay. Life isn't about being perfect.
Yeah, it's not. At least according to Brene Brown, which I was listening to today.
Girl, she's amazing.
I kind of heard her. I've heard her name, but I really haven't really like seen her stuff. But she was on this as previous episode of with Miguel. She was talking about this podcast called On Being, and she was on one of the episodes.
I actually. Oh wait, did he share it on the episode?
He shared just the idea of On Being. It wasn't one of his official links. We were just talking about spirituality at some point. He brought it up.
Okay. I saw that link on my feed this week, but I didn't click it. But I'm currently reading her book.
Oh, what book? I don't know. I'm not familiar with like her works really too much, but
Okay, this is great. This will be my first link that I share.
do it.
It's like
I love that the face followed you all the way back there.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Google is so creepy. Wait, before we get into Brene Brown, because she's really important, let me just say that the reason why I didn't have a Google Plus account and why I had a Yahoo email for so long is because when I was in college, I was super into conspiracy theories, like not even cool conspiracy theories, like like vigilant citizen conspiracy theories. We have our first message from a viewer.
Oh.
A text message that I just received. He's not even using Google Hangout correctly.
We have two viewers actually right now watching.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's
you
one of
see at
them.
the bottom how many viewers we have. We have two viewers. Viewers, if you want to ask us questions, on the left side of your screen, there should be a little panel that pops out, and there's a Q&A
I don't know
section.
if I'm looking at this right. I don't. Maybe I have to take Google Effects off. I don't know.
We have Alex Rodaba is already here.
Alex is here?
Yeah, Alex was watching at some point. But we're not answering questions yet tonight. We'll answer questions at the end, so feel free throughout the night to ask us questions.
Can I can't see that, right?
You should be able to. On the left side, there should be like Q&A.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah, it takes a little bit. I mean, it's still improving, and it's changed every time I'm here. So Don't worry about it. It
Alex
like changes
Rodabout,
all the time.
Alex Rodabout asked, "What's up, dogs?"
The dog and cat world, Alex. A dog and cat world. But we were talking about conspiracy theories, and Alex is a great person to talk about that too.
Oh my God. Uh, yeah, he completely is. Well, this conspiracy theory is something that I have seen talked about, in multiple places, but that Google is like the I guess the mode at which oh my God, how do I say this? It is Google that can turn off and turn on your MacBook camera at any time, or or the microphone at any time, even if your computer isn't even open, even if even if you're it can record without you knowing.
Mm-hmm.
And for like a year in college, I had a piece of tape just right over my thing because I was so nervous about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't really know specifically Google, but it is actually like some security blogs I read and stuff, and it's actually a recommended thing that you do is like cover your cameras and stuff because
Ugh,
it's very easy for hackers to kind of get in, and then they can hijack your hardware when your computer, when you're not actively using your webcam.
yeah, that's so
I mean,
creepy.
that's definitely something the NSA does.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, definitely. But I hate the idea of like. I mean, clearly, and I've always assumed that the NSA and that like whatever that they have the power to do anything,
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
but the idea that a corporation can do it creeps me out so much more.
I believe there was an article recently, I think, kind of detailing further kind of Google and the NSA's relationship together and how they kind of work together on things now.
Oh, God, that is just,
It
God,
might be on Wired. It might be on Wired's like danger blog.
interesting. Oh, that's something. Okay, You know what I'm gonna start doing is because you read a lot of really good stuff, but I'm not necessarily good at browsing.
Uh-huh.
Um, like I use the internet for like videos, really, and I don't know, stuff like that, I guess. And so that's a good thing. That's something that I would really be interested in. So
I mean, we
why
all browse differently.
we all browse differently. There's no one specific way to
A
browse.
life not browsed is a life not lived, as I say.
Yes. Yes. It's
But
also
yeah, it's called, the blog is called, it's on Wired, it's called The Danger Zone, I believe.
I love that.
And yeah, it's like really into like the NSA and kind of other kind of technologies that might be invading our privacy or our safety or our future viability as humans.
I love that. Yeah, I'm writing that down on my notepad right here.
Maybe
Um,
we'll share that to our listeners.
that's a good idea.
Let me live browse to that.
I have just now live browsed to what Brene Brown first got famous for, because that's what we were talking about before this, is we were talking about Brene Brown.
Yes, yes.
Um,
Before we dived in here, we were talking about
we
Brene Brown.
dived into the dangerous territory of um, conspiracy theories. Though I will say, if you're up for a laugh, I would highly recommend smoking some marijuana and researching some 2008 to 2010 conspiracy theories about Lady Gaga and the Russian government, uh,
Ooh.
circa my college years. Um, but back to Brene Brown. She's famous for her TED Talk. Do I put it in the group chat?
You can put it in the showcase. I think I'm the only one who can put things in the showcase, though. So if you
Okay,
just
so I'll
like,
put it into the chat.
okay, and then maybe just message it to me on like Facebook, and I'll post it in the showcase.
Perfect. Okay. So this is she's famous for her TED Talk called "The Power of Vulnerability," and I had a ton of different people tell me to watch this over months, and then I finally did, and I really loved it. And at the same time, my friend Thomas lent me her book, and I just think it's really good. It's like it kind of it doesn't feel like a self-help book, but it's very much just talks about being okay with like owning your story and understanding who you are and like getting to it teaches you I think a way to listen to yourself that I really love.
Yeah, I haven't finished the entire On Being interview with her, but as far as like the points it was hitting, it was definitely resonating with me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'll definitely admit, like out loud, like I kind of have like and I'm like I'm a burden, I'm not worthy complex sometimes a lot. And I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the same points were shared with what she was talking about and kind of what I've known about my complex a little bit.
Totally. Yeah, she talks a lot about shame and the
Yeah, which is I feel like very related to how my I'm a burden complex can play out sometimes in my head.
Of course.
Of like this perfectionism I think she was talking about.
Yeah.
Which I think is how we got here, was just talking about perfectionism and stuff like that.
Yeah. And like the power of that and the way you I was about to say unlock, but the way that you like move past it, or the way that you embrace it, I guess, and share that and not be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really like the book. I'm reading it a second time. It's a nice.
And what's the name of the book?
The name is The Gifts of Imperfection.
The Gifts of Imperfection. Love it. Great title.
And I actually really love the subtitle, which is "Let Go of Who You Think You're Supposed to Be and Embrace Who You Are."
Oof.
Which is like very, it's very heavy, but the way that she writes is so simple, and she exemplifies herself in a very down to earth and grounded way, and it's very accessible, I find.
And I think it's so relevant thinking about like today's, because like, I feel like today a lot of the talk we have is like about how we're all a brand or we're all something else. Like we all have like, we all now have an actual public persona.
Yeah, totally.
And so we're constantly with this battle of like, who are we supposed to be, or who are we supposed to be presenting to this world? Like,
yeah,
you as a performer feel like, oh, I should be like, not only obviously you want to like perform and do shows, but it's like, what are shows am I performing, and how does it make me look to people in like this online public space? And it's
right, and it makes you ask questions about like about your truth and where you share things. And one of the things that I really love that she talks about is owning your story and like being honest and sharing it and not shaming yourself, but also understanding the importance of your story and thus who you're willing to share it with, and who you're granting that kind of view into yourself, or that perspective, because you can overshare online or you can overshare on stage, and all of a sudden all of the things that you held true to yourself, it's just it can get dangerous for yourself. I don't know. But yes, a lot of her stuff has resonated with me, and the TED Talk's a really great place to start with, I think.
Okay, I will check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll do the next link.
Cool.
So backstory on all of this. There's this great another podcast that I still love and listen to called TLDR. It's by the great show I love, also another podcast or radio show called On the Media from NPR.
Yes.
And just about the internet. And the first original hosts, I can't remember their names. I should really look it up right now. Who are the hosts? Alex Goldman and PJ Vogt. Oh, damn! Okay, I've never known what PJ Vogt looks like, but damn.
Yeah, babe?
Yeah, total babe. Here,
Wait.
I'm going to share this. Oh wait, maybe I'll do a quick
Pop
live
two?
screen share. Live screen share this. Okay. I'm gonna live start my screen share. First we can okay, live screen share. That's PJ Vogt right there. He's
Oh,
like he's very smexy.
yeah.
Like, hello. I mean Alex
Coming
Goldman is
up
cute
that
too.
subway.
Both of them are very cute nerds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Um but anyways, so they moved on from that podcast to a new podcast that I love called Reply All, which is literally about just about the internet and everything about it, and like kind of or technology kind of related, but mostly to the internet, which I just love. And
Mm-hmm.
there was a specific episode that I listened to. There are like 11 episodes right now, and one called The French Connection, which is basically in like the 1980s. Um, the French decided to replace their phone book with a digital like directory system. And on
Okay.
top of that, they built like an internet, like the kind of the first bigger internet in France where you could go on message boards and stuff.
Cool.
So it's this story about this. Like they don't really identify if he's a straight man or not in this, but is a man who pretended to be a woman on like kind of erotic message boards for the and it was a service. It wasn't like he was doing it on his own. Like it was him in an office with a bunch of other people pretending to be women and having conversations with men over these, what originally were determined just to be like a French directory system.
Right.
And it was just kind of a fascinating, like kind of, it's called the Minitel, is what the name of it is.
Minitel.
I don't know if they have much else on here, the details of it. They have a full transcript, which is wonderful. Um, But in general, it was a really great episode, and it kind of just reminded me of my days when I was younger, and when I played Diablo online for a number of years. I pretended to be a female.
Well, yes. What was Diablo?
Diablo is this like online role-playing game where you can choose to be like a sorceress, a barbarian, an Amazon like warrior woman.
It's like choose
Um,
your own Zelda adventure.
yeah. It's basically like kind of like a very dark version of like kind of Zelda or those kind of games in a way. But you can also play online. Like there's an online feature where you can play with other people online and just chat and discuss. Like I was part of like what they call a clan,
Okay.
where you're like part of this like group or organization that like shares like items and goes on. Like it's a way to meet friends and like kind of create camaraderie.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I pretended to be like this 16-year-old girl named Gabrielle,
Yes. Oh.
and I still always play female characters in any kind of role-playing game I can do because it's always
Cool.
just my default choice.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it just brought me back to that kind of getting hit on or wanting the attention of being a female, but also still struggling with my own sexuality and getting male attention, but indirectly.
Yeah.
So that's why this more resonated with me. I wish they had, I don't know, maybe I misheard it or just didn't hear it, but I wish they kind of clarified maybe the person's sexuality in this. But it seemed
Right.
more he was just coming at it from a straight perspective of like, it's easy money, and like I get this like great office view at like 1 a.m. in Paris, and I don't have to like do anything.
Right. 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 This
Which is
is
still interesting, kind of, because I guess we wouldn't assume that straight men would be interested in pretending to be women,
right.
on a chat line.
That exists. You know, like
Yeah.
this is really cool. But Gimtel Media is not NPR, right?
No, it's like I think it's part of another guy from NPR left there, and he created a new podcast called Startup, where he's basically trying to start up his own podcasting like media empire in a way.
Cool.
And I think they're part of that.
Cool.
Which I think it's kind of shady in a way that like they left on the media to start this new show called Reply All, but like they never promoted it on the other shows. So I don't know if like they left in some kind of bad blood way, because
Right.
like you feel like they would mention it like, oh, we're leaving our show to like start this new show, And when they like gave their sign-off kind of message to doing TLDR, they never mentioned that they were starting a new show.
Wow.
So I guess maybe it was like a hush-hush thing.
Yeah, it must have been.
But what's also great now about TLDR is now it's hosted by this female host. I can't remember her name, but it's nice to have like a female perspective in kind of the technology space about things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially after them doing on the media for so long.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I just had that related video of it's this show called Attitudes that has like they have this is like I don't know. Do you ever hear of Attitudes?
No.
It's like this. It was this daytime talk show with two female hosts that ran for like a few years in the beginning of the 90s. And it's just like they're just really weird. And I think one of them is a former soap star. And the other one, I don't know what the hell she does.
Wait, who?
Wait, let me post it. I'll post the link to it. I actually made a whole like supercut of them because I was so obsessed with them for a while.
Yes.
So I'll post it to the showcase room.
Oh, cool.
Linda Dano and Dee Kelly are the names. And you couldn't really tell Dee Kelly is the name of someone who is very upbeat, and Linda Dano is the cynic of the show.
Oh, Linda Dano.
The fashions and everything of the show are like to die for, and it's so 90s. Funny, called Attitudes.
Ooh.
And you could call in at the end of the show and get like tip sheets. Supposedly, like you could pay $5 and they'll send you like at home to your mailing address like all the tips they gave for that episode.
This looks incredible.
Yeah, so this episode is them like talking about French things, and they include the Minitel in it at like some point.
Wow.
That's the only connection between these two things. But funny story. How I learned about this show was a few years ago on Pride. I like hooked up with like a couple.
Yeah.
And they were really into this show at the time, and so we just spent the day. Instead of actually going to the Pride Parade, just spent the day like hanging out in their apartment watching Attitudes, and then I was addicted.
Oh my god! I actually this boy that I am currently spending the night with a bunch of times a week just got me into something that looks very similar to this, though I'm sure that it's very different. But it's that. Those two female British comedians and their TV show, and it's absolutely fabulous.
Oh, you've never seen Absolutely Fabulous before?
I've never seen Absolutely Fabulous, and we watched an episode together, and I was like, yes!
Yes, it is so good. There's another movie coming out of it, or there's the first movie coming out soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Contemporary day?
Contemporary, like it's in production somewhere.
Oh my god. That's really exciting.
But you have a long way to go because there's lots of episodes of Absolutely Fabulous.
Oh, so. I know. And I feel like I'm gonna try to make it like our thing, like we can just watch it whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good and quick. What's the name? What's the main character? What's the one who smokes? Is it like Paps or? I
totally forget. It's just one of those things where
our viewers are probably hating us. Our 4 viewers are probably hating us right now, like that we don't know the name.
Well, one of the viewers is this guy, so he's probably gonna text me in a hot second and make fun of me for that.
Oh wait, I'm gonna Google it. I'll do some live. Well, not Google it. I'm gonna go it.
Wait, bidet. Wait, okay. We have questions.
We don't do questions yet. Not till later.
Okay.
We got links to go through, people. We got links to go through.
We got links!
We got links, okay? One more link from each of us, and then we can answer your questions.
Yes.
Wait, but what's the character's name? Casting characters. Patsy, that's her name, Patsy.
Patsy, such a good name.
I know. Patsy, darling, Patsy.
I'm applying stick.
Ooh, nice. Mm,
Oh wait, maybe I should make me bigger for doing this. Okay.
there we
Okay.
go. There's a lip. Very Dakota Fanning.
Oh my God! Thank you. Oh Lord.
In case none of you watched the trailer to this show, would we describe that video as a tribute video to Dakota Fanning?
Actually, I was looking for this other Dakota Fanning tribute video that is like so creepy. Um, and it's similar to this one. Like it's probably the same viewers, but I couldn't find it. And it is this video of Dakota Fanning's appearance on Total Request Live,
Uh-huh.
but it's put into slow-mo and into the same sort of filter that is used in the trailer that we used for this.
Yeah.
And there's a song to it, and the song is this little girl singing like, "I'm a coming pumpkin in my." It's like this weird like nursery rhyme, but sung from a little girl's voice, and the video is slow-mo TRL, you know, uh, appearance by Dakota Fanning. It's just so creepy. But this will do well as too. So it's fine.
Yeah. So watch the trailer,
Watch the trailer,
please.
please.
Please. Okay. I did one. Did you want to do the next link? Do you have another link for us?
Yeah, I have another link. It's like a nice little transition.
Ooh.
Because I didn't realize I've been really bored at my part-time job recently.
Uh-huh.
And and the other day, I think yesterday actually, I just I went on Tumblr for the first time in forever, and and I stumbled upon Kate Berlant's Tumblr. And if you guys do you know who Kate Berlant is?
No.
She,
Who's Kate Blanch?
I think that I've decided that she's my favorite performer.
Okay.
She might be just one of my favorite artists in general.
Okay.
She's a comedian,
Okay.
and she is getting a lot of recognition, like in the past year. But her comedy is incredibly hard to describe. But I think that this video, this link that I'm going to send you right now, does a really good job of kind of like encapsulating the kind of stuff that she does. But what I will say is that the multiple times that I've seen her perform, I've just been like straight up stupefied by her work and what she does. Most of it is all improv, and the tone of what she does is very like liberal arts professor jargon lecture. And so like when I saw her once, she walked on stage and she was like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this chair and I think of like this temporal space relationship. And of course, when I think about, space and relationships, I think about divorce. And we go into divorce and we think about mother and child and we think, and she just goes in these insane rants with an unbelievable skill of using language to mock everyday conversations. It's really unfair for me to even try to describe it, but I highly suggest you guys checking her out. I just sent you.
Yeah, I got it. Viewers, if you want to see the links we're posting, if you go to the left side of your screen, there should be a thing that looks like a bunch of like yellow price tags, and it'll say showcase. You click that, a bar will pop out on the right side of your screen, and you can see all the links that we've been talking about for the past so long.
Right, and
So
if you want to
click the link and see this Kate Berlant comedy piece.
What this is? So this is her appearance on a WNYC show called Lies, where she's interviewed about her comedy, and I think that she does a great job of sort of, without answering any of the questions, still encapsulating what her comedy is and what her performance style is. But I'm going to send one more little like follow-up link that is just one of her YouTube videos, her showing her rock collection, and it's very, very, very good.
Okay. I'm going to post that. Posting
And
it
Alex
now.
Rodabot has answered with, yeah, Kate Berlant is hilarious. And he's also threatening you by saying, I'm going to set up a rogue chat room if you don't, Anthony.
Who's talking to you?
That's Alex Rodabot.
Oh, Alex. Alex. Oh, Alex wants to tell me what to do on my show.
Tell the host what to
I'm
do.
the host, and you can tell me what to do maybe when you're on here as a guest. Which I don't want to say when that's happening, but I'll let you know.
I will watch the shit out of that.
It's definitely going to happen. I mean, there's only 10 episodes of browsing this season. There's only 10 episodes of looking.
How can you, Anthony, as interesting and as wonderful and as truly like beautiful as you are, there's no way that you should let yourself be confined to the format of looking. It's just like so unfair to the world. Like.
Well, I mean, well, if you watched also last episode of Browsing, you would know that Miguel Gutierrez offered to make season 3 himself an exclusive on every episode of Browsing.
I would watch that too.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'd be great to just follow Miguel around the world and just have us talk every week.
Oh my God, it'd be so much fun. It would be like that Rachel Ray traveling show, $40 a day. But like a completely different.
Oh my! I would watch that show so much when I was trapped into the suburbs and had kids.
Yes, me too. I was like, Rachel.
And I was invested. Like, will she make it? Will she spend only $40 today?
But that girl would not tip well. That's what I learned. That was like the dark side of it. Is like she would not tip well at all. And you were like, that's how you do it. You gotta cut corners somewhere.
Yeah, and you just pay them by bringing a camera in with you, and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
Publicity.
Exactly. And those places thrive. Now, in 2015, we have Cupcake Wars, which is the reality of why businesses want to be featured on these stupid reality shows.
Yes.
They fight to the death and they cry every episode. I'm just saying. Another recommendation.
Another recommendation. But wait, I want to watch this rock collection video.
Oh, you should.
Okay, let's live watch this right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
There's a YouTube app on here.
Okay.
Let me see if it opens.
Okay.
YouTube app. Are you working YouTube app? Are you here? Are you with us? Have you joined us?
Hear me.
YouTube. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so I'll just watch it in my browser then.
Yeah. I will say that I have watched that video so many times that I could perform it for you, but I won't.
Okay, I'm watching it now. If everyone wants to... Oh, wait, does she perform with...
John Early.
Yes. Okay, so I've seen John Early's like promo videos for Showgasm.
Right. And those are truly also so good. If you don't know who John Early is, man...
I shared John Early's video of him interviewing the girls cast at the premiere when I chatted with Shane O'Neill 2 episodes ago.
It is so good. And I also really love when he does that character with Kate McKinnon. It is just... I think John is brilliant, and he terrifies me, but I think he's brilliant.
Okay, so let's watch this rock collection video of Paperland.
Yeah.
So if you all want to click and watch with us, we'll watch together. We'll hold hands virtually.
All right, ready? One.
Okay, one, two, three.
This is get ready. I guess what I said, make.
My whole life. It started with bottle caps, scraps of paper, old photos.
Did I mute you?
The cuts that I could show you.
What that is?
I muted myself just so we wouldn't have too much overlapping audio.
They would shock you. See how flat that is? Ooh, that is a stubborn rock. I had people rapping on the door. You know, all.
Wait, you're still muted.
Okay, now I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When she was like working the knob of that rock.
The way the media portrays it, it just kind of
It's so good. It's so good. My favorite moment of the entire video is when she's like straight up just like so proudly giving out facts. And then she just chimes in with, I am homeschooled. And it just cuts.
this. I transcend history and race. People come and go. Technology comes and fades, but the rocks remain the same. Family comes and goes. Rocks? Both stay.
What was the last time you saw your family?
I feel like it's, I guess maybe especially that just that one skit is kind of very much in like the same vein as like the comeback or something, where it's like, you know, this hyper reality interview and this person is so like kind of not aware of themselves.
Right, totally. And I don't think that her stand-up is like that. Well, it's sort of no, it's not, because it's not so much of a character as much as it is like a persona. I don't know. That sounds so annoying. But yeah, I highly encourage you guys to listen to the Lies podcast. It's really fucking funny. It is so funny, and you can really tell, I think, through it, like how brilliant of an improviser and comedian she is. It's very good.
Wonderful.
Boom.
Paperland, everybody.
Can we answer a few questions from our burning audience?
Our burning audience, sure.
Burning questions from our audience.
Okay, which one would you like to take?
Like to use.
That's a very interesting way for me to phrase that. Which one would you like to take?
I know. Also, like, some of these are just comments.
Like, we're gonna get rid of some Alex Rodova's just statements that are not questions.
Which I love. I'm
like,
so.
let's choose this one. You should see the gifs of my imperfection. And I say, where are they? Where are they, Alex Rodova? Share them to me on Imager. I don't want a GIF video. No GIF videos, Alex Rodova. We don't believe in MP4s.
No.
I want it in a GIF format. And make sure it's downloadable, like, at least over DSL. So none of this, like, 500 pixel, like, GIF shit. I'm not waiting, like, a minute.
Oh my god.
Not for your imperfections, Alex.
I want to make a T-shirt or like a tote bag that says "The Gifts of My Imperfection." So good.
It is. It's really good.
So good.
T-shirt worthy, Alex. You have a side business now.
Yeah, my God, that's brilliant.
Like, like you could sell that with like the Brene Brown book.
Yeah, yes. Oh my God.
As like an internet package, like Brene Brown book, and then like a sweater that says "GIFs of my imperfection." Or it could be like a coursework, like to process through the Brene Brown book, as you make GIFs of your imperfection.
Yeah, it's just so that you can feel self-aware in your self-help. You know, your self-care and also self-aware.
Yes.
The question that I want to answer is, what's your favorite deli sandwich?
Okay, so let's select that question. Let me go. What is it? Where is it? I remember seeing that earlier.
So we select it, or you select it?
I think I can select. I don't. Maybe you can select it. Can you select things?
I don't think so. I can click on Abed, but I don't know.
Okay, I selected it. So now we're
Okay.
currently answering Derek. What's your favorite deli sandwich by Abed Haddad?
Yes.
Okay.
My favorite deli sandwich is this, and it's from Wellgreen Market,
Okay. Where
which
is
is
Wellgreen Market located?
it's by my old work and it's on 42nd between 8th and 9th,
Okay.
closer to 9th.
Okay.
Okay, so it's sausage, egg, cheese, avocado, sriracha, and just a little bit of spinach.
Okay.
And if I'm hungover, then extra sausage
Definitely.
On a spinach wrap.
A spinach wrap?
Yeah, like you know how you can get like a wrap?
Yeah.
You can also get it's like a green wrap.
Huh.
Yeah. And
It
it is.
sounds like healthy though in a way. Like, it sounds hearty and healthy with the spinach and the avocado.
I mean, sort of, but like with the the amount of melted American cheese, and like I also like every time I get any sort of breakfast sandwich, I always have to like specify like, you guys don't use like real sausages, right? Like I want the sausage patties, and
Yeah.
those are terrible for you. Like those are so awful.
I get like the frozen ones when I'm at home with my mom. Like she'll get the frozen like breakfast like sausage, or like if I go to McDonald's, and whenever I'm at McDonald's, it's never the right time. It's never like 6 in the morning where I can get like the sausage McMuffin, whatever thing.
10:30 in the morning is a ridiculous time to stop serving breakfast.
Yeah, it's always weird because I'm always like at a McDonald's like at like 2 in the morning. Not late enough yet to ask for the breakfast menu, and I sometimes contemplate just sitting there waiting for it to begin.
just seeing if they'll do it,
Yeah, special orders.
No, they're not into that at all.
I'm not into that.
No. But I will say that my favorite thing to get at McDonald's is McChicken. I just I think that it's one of the greatest things you can eat in America.
I love the chicken nuggets, but I always get just no sauce because I'm weird.
That's crazy.
I just eat chicken nuggets straight.
I mean, that's the most conservative thing I know about you.
Like, would you like honey mustard barbecue? I'm like, nope. Just give me the salty and the crisp.
Sure.
Okay.
No, oh my God, like for me, the McChicken nuggets are just like for example, the McChicken is just a mode for mayonnaise. It's just a way for me to consume McDonald's mayonnaise, and I can admit that with a full heart and sleep at night
without shame. Without shame.
with no shame. I'm owning my story. And I'm putting it out there into the internet.
Yes.
And hoping that the aliens that own Google will love me no matter what.
I'm sure you'll get lots of ads for mayonnaise now. Wait, have you seen all the YouTube and like ads by McDonald's like trying to repair their image?
Mm, no. Wait.
They had the,
Well,
you ever watch Mythbusters?
yes.
You know the Asian man on it? Can't remember his name right now. But
Yeah, I
he's
know what you're talking
like the spokesperson for McDonald's new like campaign. They take you inside like all of like the factories and show you that like their like hamburgers are not pink slime and the chicken nuggets are actually chicken. It's like I mean, but this is also the first time McDonald's has actually lost and like not grown in
Right.
America in like a number of years.
I remember when I was in high school, one of the McDonald's in my neighborhood, like in my suburban town,
Mm-hmm.
one of the McDonald's like went under construction for a month, and
Uh-huh.
everyone was like, "What is happening?" And a month later, it opened up, and you walked in. Like all the entire outside was pretty much completely the same. But when you walked in, it was like you were in Starbucks. And they renamed the lounge area McCafe, and, and they had like internet outlets at
Mhm.
all of the tables, and it was like designed so that you would like hang out in McDonald's. And I found
Oh
out that it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
so weird, and like I don't know. As someone who went to McDonald's as recently as like 2 days ago, I can tell you that it has not changed one bit.
Yeah.
Chickens still taste as good as they did years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's still memories for me. I mean, like back in the day, like I used to get like the sausage McMuffin,
Yes.
but not with the egg and stuff, with the cheese, like just like straight sausage, straight biscuit, you know.
Cheeseburger style.
Yeah. Like just give me the meats, like the spicy sausage and the like buttery biscuit.
Yes.
And then I would get like two hash browns. And I was recently listening to like the podcast The Sporkful, which is about like food and shit. I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah.
But they were talking about hash browns, and they totally invalidated my story because they were like not having the whole like hash brown single patty thing, and that's the only way I really like hash browns, like the
Interesting.
congealed potato patty.
Yeah. I get that. Because it's super crispy. Oh
Yeah.
my god, my mouth is actually watering right now thinking about McDonald's hash browns because it's been so long since I've had them. They are so good.
Well, you've got another. Let's see.
12, 1, 2, 3.
7 hours. 7 hours until breakfast is served.
I'm just gonna be waiting. It's like 2 blocks from my apartment. I am ready.
Ready.
Oh, I like that one. Can I do that one with you?
Which one? What?
The dog with the glasses.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get mad at me for copying you?
Oh no. I mean, these looks are up for anyone.
Up for grabs.
Oh wait, remove that. Like, yeah, now do the glasses. Huh? I don't know why it's not on top. Wait.
No, I like that. Hold on. I think you're right. You do the dog,
And then the glasses.
then the glasses.
Hmm.
Is it different? It's totally different.
Yeah, mine's on top, where yours is.
I don't know. We'll
You
improvise.
know what? Slight differences. You know, not every dog with glasses is the same.
This is so weird. Yeah.
Snapshot yourself if you feel like it.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is like the most butch femme I've ever been. Oh God.
Should I answer what my favorite deli sandwich is?
Oh my God. Yes, please.
Okay. So mine is not at any specific deli.
Okay.
It would be a toasted bread, bun, whatever,
Mhm.
with like a salsalito or chipotle turkey or chicken,
Yeah. Ooh.
with pepper jack cheese,
Yeah.
red onions, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and avocado.
Ooh.
Like I like a
Oh,
spicy
so good.
sandwich. Basically, anytime I can get like something with meat, I always kind of want it spicy.
No. Oh, for sure. Oh, that sounds really good. I never
Oh,
specify.
my breath is very rank afterwards, but I don't care.
Do you ever get grilled onions?
Oh, I never asked for grilled onions, so I always feel like that's too much of a job. But I always ask for the sandwich hot. Like I don't like cold meat. Like put that meat on the grill, melt that cheese. It is not.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a sandwich a couple weeks ago, and I forgot. It was at Bagel Smith in Williamsburg, and I ordered like kind of like something that's on the menu, like a pre-described like choice. And I just assumed that they would heat it up. Like they toasted the bagel because I asked for that, but they didn't actually heat the meat, and so I was kind of very disappointed sitting on the subway platform, like, oh, I was like hot.
I associate Bagelsmith with 4 in the morning and TRL.
Yeah, I was leaving this and that. I don't know what I was leaving from, but
yeah.
Oh no, I was not leaving this and that. I was leaving
Molgoth. Oh sure. I didn't know Molgoth was at TNT.
I was not TNT. It's at what's near TNT? Tandem? Is that Tandem or is that something else?
I've never been to Tandem.
Whatever bar that is.
Near there.
Oh no, it wasn't TNT. No, it wasn't Molgoth. It was Jack. Paul Leopold. Which is not far there, but it's like right across the street from this and that.
Okay.
I don't know. Look it up.
All I know is that is such a strong choice for a deli sandwich.
I just took a picture of just like your mask, just like floating in the middle of like with no face.
I'm adding pearls.
Do it. I think I have pearls too. Let me see if I have my pearls.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got these from a drink and draw.
It's like really disappointing to me that Google Hangouts doesn't have a pearls option that you can add, like as one of these.
Yeah. I sometimes try to like fool it with like different things. Like I'll see if I can like fake this face if I just move out the way.
Yeah,
right. Will it fall for this face?
So creepy.
No.
Oh God.
Oh yes, it worked.
Oh my God.
Here we go, people. Any face will do.
Oh Lord.
Okay. But actually talking about our femme selves, my last link of the night is this article that I read today. That's on this. I don't read this what this webzine is called PQ Monthly. I'll put in the showcase.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a long title. So let me hold on a second.
I'm very excited to read this.
It's called "Time to Smash the Stigma Against Male-Assigned People Expressing Femininity."
Yeah.
It was a little mouthy, but it actually kind of gets right to the point that it gets at.
Yeah.
How I feel like that's kind of my thing that I kind of focus on a lot and talk about. And I think it was a good article that kind of hit a lot of good points. It's by Leela Janelle. I'm not really familiar with her as a writer. We're just kind of, I guess, talking about, that women have gained the ability to be masculine and, in public spaces and accepted for that. And it's not seen as transgressive. It's actually seen as more playing with the boys. And definitely in the working world, I definitely felt that we're like even actually in some certain like environments, like they're kind of expected to be more like the boys, and like they're kind of left out of things if they're too girly.
Well,
You know?
totally. And when you say that, for me, like the first thing that comes up to me is the word tomboy, which is used so liberally and like openly and accepted when young women are children, you know, and like it is like that early acceptance thing, you know, that
And it's almost like passe now, where like kind of being a tomboy used to be like a negative, where it's like I feel at least maybe in like more liberal settings or liberal media, it's like, oh, she's just, you know, like a tomboy or boyish or a little bit, or just like aggressive, you know, because like once you're aggressive as a woman, you're a boy.
right, right, right. Yeah.
Um, So I was just kind of, I feel like that sometimes in certain spaces, like with myself, it's like, you know, like sometimes I will, because of my long hair, be mistaken for a woman in public, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm not offended. I'm like, and they'll apologize. I'm like, you don't need to apologize. It's not offensive to me to be
Yeah.
mistaken for a woman.
Right.
But just like, I still like, you know, I'm still like in my process and journey of like integrating my feminine self with like my professional self, and like where that comes in and where it's like not professional to like look a certain way or act a certain way in like, you know, that setting.
Yeah.
And then especially on top of, I mean, women still have it hard. I'm definitely gonna say that women have it hard. That's totally true. Not invalidating that. Not invalidating, you know, economic inequalities and gender inequalities and birth control and, you know, all the other things.
Yeah.
But like my experience, because I worked a little bit, I worked like for a year or more as an executive assistant for like a studio.
Cool.
And comparing myself, because now I still work at that studio, but in a different job, and and a female has replaced me, and I can just see the difference between what my responsibilities and treatment was compared to how she's treated. Like I
Yeah.
was given a lot more like labor tasks and like picking up packages, like constantly refilling like the 15, 10-pound like bottle of water, like for the water cooler. And
Right.
she's like, that's none of her responsibilities.
Right. Right. Right.
And obviously there are physical differences between men and women, but I also just feel like I picked up a lot more of the physical tasks and even just cleaning, keeping the space like together that like
And
she necessarily didn't have to do.
Right. And
Even though I was in the typically like feminine role of being an assistant.
right. 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 That's really interesting. I mean, I really love the way that you said that you're still figuring out and discovering and on your journey towards figuring out how to like fully and completely evolved in a fully and completely evolved way integrate your feminine self, because I just feel very connected to that statement. It's like, you know, I sometimes wonder if it's something that I only like to perform with, or if it's but I also recognize that like it's that I love being on the street in lipstick and like and you know and like and then full butch on top of that. I love, but I also worry sometimes that I like it because of people's reactions rather than like a portion of my self-expression. And it's just like, for me, it's something that I'm still figuring out and like trying to explore. And so just to hear you say that, and when I, you know, think of you and I think of some of those looks that I have seen you in, girl, like it feels like you. You know what I mean? Like it's empowering to like witness as well as, you know. So, but I really love the way that you put that, and I think that it's very like.
But I think I like the way you said about, you know, whether you see your femininity as performance or only in a performance context,
Right.
and wearing it on the street in your day to day. Because I think that's something I've been processing through lately. A thing about like, I feel like a lot of the times when I see people in our community, like nightlife people or performing people or just like queer community, like I feel like a lot of the times like male like presenting people kind of, it feels like a lot of the time when they do anything feminine, Or maybe
It's
like with strictly feminine, it feels like female as performance. Like it doesn't feel
right,
like their day-to-day
right.
experience. So, it's either high camp, like full drag, or even then it's like, but then it's also like today I was looking at something on my feed was some kind of new small lookbook, I think, by some photographer, and it was called like Femme, but it's just like kind of muscly guys wearing like wigs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
to me, that feels like it's just female femininity as performance, or like somehow like you feel like the requirement. Like I don't want to say that there's like there's obviously a spectrum
of
of
course.
femininity, but I feel like we hold on to the masculinity because going like full femme is like too much,
Yeah.
or like it's too much of a risk of like a gay or queer man to like do full femme and do it
Totally.
like not in a campy but a completely sincere like way and say, hey, like I'm just gonna wear a dress and I feel like a lot of like when queer men do dress, in female clothes, it's always in this campy way or in this insincere kind of way or this jokey way, or just like the choice of their outfits are kind of in that way where it's not like they're kind of dressing like a woman would dress or a woman would dress up as, will like dress up.
Yeah.
It's like way high, it's way out there, and it's like purposely trying to create this juxtaposition between themselves as a man and their feminine parts or just females in general.
Right.
That's just
No,
like
it's very tricky, and I think that it's one of those things that it really does depend on the person and their intentions and what they're looking to do, But I think that what you're saying is like 100% something that is happening like all across these communities. And one of my favorite things that I've seen about this and what it reminds me of is what Charlene wrote for Next Magazine.
oh yeah.
Which I really like. I really loved, and she mentions kind of in a very cheeky and sort of self-aware way. And I'll just send this to you right now so that we can add it.
I
It's
got
just what was that?
I live browsed to it. I got it.
Oh, beautiful. It's just talking about how it's a threat to feminism. It's a threat. The idea of drag and beards, like it works, and it's definitely something. It's a form, but there's a safety to it.
That's
Right?
I feel like it's playing safe sometimes. Like
Yeah.
it's like as long as I keep my feminine self, like I'm not denying these people have femininity, but it feels like as long as there's a safety feeling, as long as I keep this in like a joke or camp way, like my masculinity is safe, my fuckability is safe,
Right.
my sexuality, my attractiveness is safe in this space.
Yeah. But I think that the way that I feel, and for me, like, I'm not sure how I identify yet. I know that I identify as queer. I don't know where it ends and begins with my gender identity. What I do understand is that I really love being something in between. And I think that there's something, and I think that exists, like that, I don't think that this discussion of what we're having is invalidating that at all. But I know that I feel so like I feel like I own the streets when I am like when I'm rocking like boots and like jeans and flannel and lipstick and nail polish. Like, because those two things, even if you're just wearing lipstick or nail polish, like those two things, when you see that kind of like, traditional masculinity, when you see one thing that threatens that at all, people are so like, it's the first thing that they see. It's the first thing that highlights, and I just feel so like killer in that. But it's also something I understand that I'm also operating from a place of fear um, because it's not something that I do every day, and it's not something that I want to that I have been able to confront with people in everyday job, and also when babysitting. I've been lucky enough to have families that I can babysit for and straight up not worry about it at all. But when it comes to like making a living in that way, like I'm not the most courageous person, but again, it's a part of the journey. It's part of figuring out.
Yeah, I don't ever want to like make anyone feel like they have to live like they have to be this some kind of radical standard.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
everything ultimately comes down to like survivability. You got to
Yeah, of course, and yeah, but it's just interesting because that the threat to the patriarchy, or the threat to feminism, and like the safetiness within doing drag in a beard, and and a lot of the performance stuff that we see, that's definitely a thing. It's definitely a trend right now, I think.
Okay.
We are.
You want to do more questions, or?
I'm trying to think. What would you do if 100? Oh God. Uh, we're just getting trolled.
Well, let's get rid of Alex's statements. Yes, we know Kate Berlant is hilarious. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. I'm going to rogue chat room you if you don't, Anthony. Okay.
Is he doing something else? Wait.
I don't know. Okay. Oh, well, do you want to do another? We have just questions, lots of questions from a bed.
Yes, we do have a lot of questions from a bed.
How do you want to do the question, how did you feel about beards?
How do I feel about beards? Did he really ask that?
Yeah.
Wait. Start with Sausalito for the Dons.
I agree with that. I'm plus oneing that. Plus oneing that.
Wait, how do you plus one things? I don't understand this.
I don't think I can. I think other people can upvote his questions of what we should answer. So I think other guests, our 2 viewers right now, can upvote those questions.
Okay. So what I
because obviously a bed cannot upvote his own question.
No, he cannot. What? Eating and pasty. Oh yeah, those were the characters. Patsy. I will. What?
I like a bed. A bed like startup. We were like very much on the same page. I like a bed.
I will say you and a bed would get along famously.
So Ben, if you came here through Facebook, feel free to Facebook friend me.
Yeah. Yes, you should. My question. Okay, here's the question I will choose. Do I use a ped egg? And the answer is I don't.
Wait, where is that one? Where is that?
It's like the 4th one down, 3rd one down.
Oh, here, yeah. Okay. So now we're answering.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we were that. I was looking for how do you feel about beards. I see that I'm supposed to be currently answering it. We're gonna switch to the ped egg. I don't use a ped egg. I don't own one because when I was in high school, I heard this story about a guy who was using a ped egg on all parts of his body, and that he used it on his elbow, and he got some sort of like infected cut or something, or like wound, and then he died. And I mean, like, what I will say, yeah, but I definitely like need a ped egg. I will say, like, I have some serious dry skin. Wolfert was a dance show, so like this girl is like has some serious Save the Last Dance feet. Also, look at this right now.
Alright, can I take a snapshot of your foot with this face over?
Yes, that's what I was hoping.
Oh. There we go. I do have a pet egg, I think. Hold on a second. I think I have one. Hold on a second. I might have an actual pet egg. Oh, I do. I have an actual pet egg.
Yes. Oh, cute.
Let's see if I have any dead skin inside of it.
Yes.
Live dead skin, everyone. Oh, well, there's a little dead skin, everybody.
Yes, dead skin.
See that? There's
Ooh.
right there, some dead skin. Yum.
Yummo.
I get really dry skin in the winter, like
Yes.
especially in my butt crack. I'll admit that.
Interesting. That's so interesting.
I actually had like kind of eczema for like a while.
It goes around.
Goes around, comes around.
It goes around. Yes,
But
I'll
now
like.
now I moisturize like after the shower, like I rub like body oil.
You need to do it. What kind of body oil do you use?
Well, now I was been thinking of a funny status lately about it because now I switched to this sweet almond oil.
Oh, cool.
And now my worry is like, should I warn people if they're gonna like touch me or like sleep with me or whatever? Like if they're allergic to almonds.
Wow. Oh, I
It
didn't.
sounds like a bad skit, but it's possible.
No. Can you imagine? That's so possible.
Yeah, so I'm like, should I be rubbing myself all the way down with this sweet almond oil, or?
Oh my God, that sounds like something from like Something About Mary 2.
Yeah,
no,
it's like a something about Mary, like kind of tragedy that happened.
Yeah, or what was that other Cameron Diaz movie where Selma Hayek gives a blowjob, but the guy's
oh, what is it?
I almost said Something's Gotta Give, but that's not the movie.
No, it isn't. But it has that penis song in it.
Yes. My penis is too big to fit in here.
Okay, wait, we have to find that.
Viewers, can you please tweet in? Please tweet in what movie do you think this is?
Yeah, so play a quick game. You win nothing. Cameron Diaz.
Selma Hayek. Is it Selma Hayek? Am I making that up?
Yeah, no, it is Selma Hayek. It's one of like the reasons I really love the movie because it's like Selma
Christina
Hayek.
Applegate. The Sweetest Thing!
The Sweetest Thing. Yes, it is the sweetest thing.
I love when they find a glory hole.
Yes. And I'm really attracted to Selma Hayek's like hookup, like who wears that elephant suit.
Oh, I know. I know.
And that she gets stuck on the guy's Prince Albert.
Yes. But when you think about it, you're like, God damn, that is graphic.
It is one of the more graphic like female comedies. It's kind of like the Bridesmaids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does have a wedding in it. It has this whole love story thing, but it's really like dude gross comedy. Like that is kind of interesting now. Like, I'm kind of actually upset now because I haven't seen Bridesmaids yet, but I feel like a lot of the talk around Bridesmaids was that it was like this dude comedy but with female.
Right.
But now it's like but they shafted now The Sweetest Thing, which kind of was that exactly.
Yeah, the only difference that I would say is that Bridesmaids does a lot less sexualizing of its female characters.
Okay.
You know, like Bridesmaids, I think is a dude's comedy because like they all get food poisoning and shit everywhere in Bridesmaids. You know, like, but in The Sweetest Thing, it's like all of their problems have to do with.
Yeah, it's always like back to the men, like is the issue.
Right.
Or the
but
plot.
I see what you're saying because it's very raunchy. It almost has the feel of like American Pie a little bit, like.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Interesting.
The pina colada scene where they're wet and soaking from that glory hole.
Oh my God!
Wait, who else is in it? It's Selma Hayek, Cameron Diaz, and what's her name?
Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate, yes.
So good.
That's just such a good cast.
Oh my God! Come on! Like you cannot get better. The thing is, I mean, like God bless Cameron Diaz, or shall we know her as Cameron D, is that she, in that era when she could afford to. She would a rider on her contract was that her movies had to have a musical number.
Really?
The Mask, yeah. Think about it, like all of like Charlie's Angels. I mean, how awesome is that? Like dream career.
Let's just like give it to the viewers. Like we'll give them her IMDb page, so they can like just like go through this and probably realize this trend you're speaking of.
What I would also love to point out is that if you haven't yet seen it, don't, but also do watch Little Girls from the Annie movie that just came out.
Can I clear something up that's confusing to me?
Yes.
Was there an Annie movie that just came out really recent? Like before this one, was there another remake with her in it or someone else?
With Cameron Diaz?
I feel like there was a recent, like in the last like 3 years of an Annie movie, but the white girl. I feel like I heard about an Annie movie that was coming out, and
No.
then like nothing about it, and then now this movie came out, and I was like, wait, was that the same movie I heard about, or is this a new
I wonder
movie?
if you were thinking about the Broadway Annie, because Annie had a revival on Broadway like
Okay.
2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and it was huge. It was like in the Palace Theater, and you know, James Lapine directed, I think. Yeah, it was huge. Uh, and now, yeah, and the girl who played Annie is now Little Red Riding Hood in the Into the Woods movie.
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Lila Crawford, follow her on Twitter.
I love that Cameron Diaz has like musicals like in her contract. That's wonderful.
I mean, yeah, except, oh my God, they shot that Annie movie like 2 blocks away from my apartment where I walk every day. And on one occasion, I saw her screaming from a fire escape, and I just had a very emotional reaction. What has happened to our little girl? You know, like very Black Swan, Barbara Hershey moment.
Very Christian Bale on set.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. What other? Do you want to do more questions?
Let's do one more question, but why don't we do this? Why
Okay.
don't we well, do you want to do questions or do you want to share another link?
That's up to you, girl. I mean, I did my 2. We usually do 1 or 2, but I'm always open to more links. More links are always welcome.
Do you mind if I end tonight with one last link?
Sure.
Um, all of my links are about performers, I guess.
Hey, we all browse differently, as I said.
We all browse differently, and all browsing is equal.
Yes.
So so I'm obsessed with this writer. I think that he is very. If you like David Sedaris, you will love Isaac Oliver, and he is so much. He is just such a wonderful writer, and he performs very often at Ars Nova, and I highly suggest checking him out. He has a book that is coming out in June, and it's already getting crazy great reviews. So I'm going to send you that, and then also his Twitter, because David Sedaris is very much of a certain generation and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can imagine how wonderful it would be to have a voice that's very similar, that's talking about Grinder and Scruff and like hookups in the modern day without any shame or without any hesitation or second thought. And it's very clever and it's very honest, and I just think that he is a really beautiful writer. So that's stuff, and you can share that. That's what I've got.
Shared, shared, and shared.
Beautiful.
Let me see if
Beautiful.
I recognize them. Have I seen this person?
He does. I thought that he has. He does a great. Let's see, yeah. He performs at Ars Nova quite frequently. But I have not. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Here's a ticket. Here's a link to his next show, which I haven't seen. It's so funny.
I've yet to be to a showgasm show, and I kind of really want to go.
You must. Charlene performed at the last one.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, John Early is amazing. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Isaac Oliver, everybody.
Isaac Oliver.
Intimacy idiot. That sounds like me. Hey, we're all embracing our narrative and our true selves, Brene Brown.
Exactly, Renee.
Maybe I'll read both books at the same time, maybe.
Yes. Tonight has been a very an evening of positivity and encouragement.
I think that's kind of what browsing is about. Like it's a mixture of seriousness, with lightheartedness, but it's always like let's discuss. We could discuss something, but let's point it in a positive direction.
Yes, totally.
I think it's like there's that Bette Midler quote. I like to mix the tears in with. Let me look it up. It's on her IMDb.
Oh, I would love to hear that, please.
And as many who follow me, I basically just reshare everything that's on Bette Midler's Facebook page.
I just rewatched her at the baths like 2 days ago.
Oh.
I just put it in the background.
Oh yeah, it's such good background.
Yeah, that version of Chapel of Love is my favorite.
Where are her quotes? Nickname. Oh, she's a Sag. She's Sagittarius. I did not know that.
Get me right. Get on this.
Where are your quotes? Come on, get with it.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
Oh. Okay.
I think. I always try to balance the light with the heavy. A few tears of human spirit in with the sequins and the fringes. Ooh.
Yeah, that is so good.
That is so good. A few tears of human spirit in the sequins and the fringes. That is gorgeous.
That's like my goal of this show.
I love it.
There's a humanity in between. Like, as much as we like to talk about the internet as this inhumane, distant place, I think at some point there is this humanity that can come through if we allow it to.
That, yes. Yeah. That's really nice. That's very nice. Well, I'm happy you had me.
Thank you so much.
Be a part of it.
You. Is there anything you'd like to promo, or Twitters or Instagrams they should follow, or? It's up to you. Obviously.
You know what? You can promo. I'm performing at Don Pedro's for a wonderful queer comedy night. I think that's going to start happening monthly. And I'll send you the Facebook link, and you can post it. And it's called Thank Goddess. And I'm going to do a little set there, and that's on Tuesday.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And it is shared. So please, all browsing watchers, listeners, please check out Miss Derek Smith at Thank Goddess. It will be this Tuesday, you said?
Yes, tomorrow, or 2 days from now.
2 days from now. And it was originally last week, but the goddess of snow said no.
Goddess of snow. Goddess. Apparently, we might have another goddess of snow. So who knows if it fucking.
Yeah. So keep, obviously say you're going, and you'll get all the updates on the event on Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you very much. Thank you for browsing. Thank you for sharing your human spirit in with these fringes and tears and everything.
Anthony. Thank you for doing this. I think this is a really cool project, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. All.
Yes.
Keep browsing, and see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. End broadcast.